especially if they don't agree with you.
ขอบคุณครับคุณโจนาธาน First of all, I would like to thank the management of FCCT for accepting us here tonight. And I would like to thank you all for the attention you have for us as well. I think it is a very interesting time in Thai politics, and I would like to share with you tonight our plan, what we plan to do next, and why we plan it that way. The former Future Forward Party was 508 days old when it was dissolved. The party won 81 members of the parliament after the election, gaining a popular vote of 6.3 million votes. And yet, it was dissolved by the ruling of 7 constitutional court judges on 21st February 2020. The court ruling forces us to evolve. Say enough is enough. For those who know that without the intervention of the unelected, undemocratic forces, military or otherwise, it was a vehicle for those who are ready to fight for democracy because they know that the future of their children is here and now. The party was dissolved, the vehicle shattered, and these people, they died for free. No genuine change happened. No one has been held accountable. And that is why we have to continue, because we believe the foundation of this country should be based on love, not hate, on trust, not suspicion. And ladies and gentlemen, if one example is not enough to convince you that this is not the time to stop our journey, I would like to give you another example, which might be more relevant to international stakeholders. The case of human trafficking and the case
Member of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and friends of Thailand. Let me begin by surprising Kun Thanathorn that the first time that I hear him speak was here at FCCT. Back in April 2018, I was sitting where that gentleman was sitting there, and it was him that he used the word ideas are stronger than guns, and it was him who spoke about how democracy sometimes need an occasional disruption to shake up the status quo, and that was his words that shook the fire inside my heart. And it was probably like 6 or 7 months after, I think you called me in December. Huh? So it was April that I listened to him. So I knew who he was. I knew who he was about, but he didn't know much about me. But he made a call and we had a discussion, and it was about an hour. And that's when I joined the party, because he said in a sentence that Thailand needs a structural change and not just like a small policies where you give out cash and things like that in order to realize the potential of Thailand. And it's quite ironic that I'm sitting here next to him a year later. I think let me address the big question, the elephant in the room. The question is probably what next for the remaining 55 MPs forward. The short answer to that is fighting. We're still pretty much solidified together in our ideologies, in our plans, in our strategies, in our policies. We still aspire to take Thailand toward a meaningful 1% and 99%. So polarization, bipartisanship, these are the kind of words that are being introduced in Thailand, where it was introduced in your country back many decades ago. So I still have hope.
Next question, please, Pierre.
Pierre from the States Times. My question is a bit technical. Since the party was dissolved,
proposed to draw all these people who were so loyal to initially Tuck.
Your schools, the quality of your hospitals, the quality of your healthcare system, how the government spend your money, and by doing local politics, entering local politics, it's closer to them. It's much closer to them. You know, in the parliament, what you do is you basically passing bills, passing laws, which is very far to the everyday lives of the ordinary people. But local politics is about the quality of your streets, the quality of the election. We win, the people win. So we make them coming stop. I mean, we force them by installing more competition into local politics, so that they stop, so that money will not the most effective means to win the election. We want the people to understand this, and this is one of our core missions.
Do you mean you're actually going to be
Sending candidates.
trying to hold people accountable or doing civic education? Because you're a movement, you can't take part in elections.
Well, I can't, but I can. But I can help campaign for the candidates who we believe they shared
And they could
the
be from any
common
party.
ideologies.
From any party.
Hmm?
If that could be from any party if you think the candidate's good.
It will be from the Future Forward movement. I cannot run. Definitely, I cannot run.
As for myself, let me address your question by breaking it down. When you talked about Pheu Thai Party and you talked about the unity of opposition party, 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, myself, Kun Vichan, Kun Sirikanya, all the MPs, Kun Thanathorn had a chance to hold dinner together with the leaders of all the opposing parties, and I tried to convince them. I asked that for a strong, one unified light of democracy. I mean, there were lessons that we needed to learn, but it's the unity of the opposing party that the people really requires. And I think we had a glitch in our long road, but we have made an understanding, and going forward, we'll be communicating more to make sure that it's a stronger, unified opposition party when the parliament starts again. Second part of the question was about grassroots movements and polarization of politics, the opposing colors, and how we were planning to depolarize and stop these color game. A lot of times, from my own experience, when we talk about social needs instead of political leaning, we talk about land justice, we talk about marijuana legalization. And yes, when we talk about PM to environmental issues, it doesn't matter what color you come from. In the past 2 decades, it affects you. Marijuana legalization, for example, when we were trying to push, there were people from the yellow side who came and tried to push this social need because there's a need for them to fix their health that the modern medicine couldn't help them. On the other hand, the people on the red side 10 years ago, they also had cancer and they also wanted to find an alternative way to fix things. So because of these policies that are based on social needs and not just about the past, that's how we bring people together. And I think I walked 20 kilometers as a rally together with all colors in the past together, and we were talking about how we have to push this and make a change as an alternative for people who have no other alternatives. I have epilepsy. I'm epileptic, so it's been. I think it was my time 20 years ago in Texas that I had were told that modern medicine couldn't help me, so I knew what it's like when you need something that is an alternative to modern medicine, and people from both sides also have these experiences that are similarity in a new direction to move forward. The third part was about coalition of politicians. We've never thought about that, but we've thought about coalition of people. We've thought about coalition with the people who have the need for strong public health, for equal economics, for a better schooling system and things like that. So yeah, we are not afraid to reach out to those people who might be visibly opposing to our party. We're not afraid to listen. I mean, talking is important, but listening is even more important.